What's up, guys? Where to start? First off, let me get my face off this camera because it'll throw me off. I hate looking at myself when I record. So, if you guys have been following my channel, I've been trying to keep up with the Halloween theme. Scary stories. We've been doing Nuke's Top 5 and Bizarre Bub. Anything I can find on YouTube that's scary, I've been trying to find and post, about ghost stories and stuff like that. That's what I've been trying to do. But now I'm going to tell you some personal things that have happened with me, my ghost stories. I haven't really shared this with anybody in my entire life because, one, I was a kid. I was maybe like 11 or 12 years old when this really started. And plus, when you tell someone ghost stories, they don't really believe you. And I understand. I'm very skeptical. If you watch my videos, I'm kind of like, not real, fake, all this shit. So I'm going to jump right into it. Don't want to make it long and drawn out. If you're familiar with my channel, you guys know I used to spend my summers in a town called Republic, Missouri. Now, I'm probably going to get some of these facts wrong. I wing this stuff when I make these videos. Republic, Missouri was next to Battle Creek, if I'm not mistaken. There was a lot of war, during the Civil War over there. The wars happened, damn it. There was wars. There was something like Blood Creek or something like that, like Blood Hill or something. Something really creepy over there. Anyways, that's neither here nor there because I didn't know about these stories until after this stuff happened. So when I would go out there, I would visit my dad, my grandparents, and I have a stepsister. I used to be very close with my stepsister. I don't really talk to her anymore, but that's neither here nor there. But this is where the story begins. So I have to explain to you the layout of this house because this has to do with the entire story. When they first bought the house, it was all like open land. In the backyard, they had an acre of property, and in the back, it was all not cornfields, but just all open land. This is when they first moved out there, and I'd go there every summer. So my sister, the way the house was set up was there was a long hallway. At the end of the hallway, my sister's room was all the way at the end. I would sleep in the living room. We had a pull-out couch. I would sleep on the pull-out couch, but when you're sleeping on the pull-out couch, I could see down the hallway, like half, almost like 3/4 of the way, like to where I could almost see like the edge of like her door, and then obviously just the living room. And then behind me was the kitchen. Like there was a wall, obviously. Behind me was the kitchen, the computer room, and all this other stuff. So my first experience of having anything paranormal with ghost activities was I was hanging out with my sister one night, and it wasn't too late. It was maybe like 11, 12 o'clock at night. It wasn't that late. And I was like 11, 12 years old. Keep this in mind. I was hanging out in my sister's room. We were doing whatever. Maybe, just smoking weed. I don't even remember. Probably not even smoking weed at this time. But we were hanging out, and she's like, I got to go to sleep. And she was 4 or 5 years older than me, so she was 16, 17 years old. I was like, okay. And she was talking about school and all this stuff and what she had going on. I went into the living room. I pulled out the pull-out bed. I was laying down, and I'm laying there, and I'm watching TV. And like I said, so the TV's to my left, like right to my left, right? So while I'm sitting there watching TV, I see my sister out of the corner of my eye walking down the hallway, but she was like wearing a dress, like a black dress. Like I thought she like was, because we were just talking about school. So I thought maybe she was like wearing a dress, like she was trying on a dress for prom or something. I don't fucking know. I was a kid, but it was like a black dress, and she was walking like very slowly with her hands at her side, and she was walking, and I seen her, and I didn't want to say anything. I was like watching TV, and I was like, I don't want to say her name. I'll just say her name is Sarah. I was like, Sarah. I didn't hear nothing. I was like, Sarah? And she didn't say nothing. So I didn't think nothing of it. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching the TV still. And I start hearing like, I don't know if it was knives sharpening or something falling. But I started when you cling knives together, like cling, cling, or they start like kind of like sharpening themselves. I start hearing that in the kitchen. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is she doing in a dress with sharpening knives or making a sandwich? So I got up and I'm like, I turned the corner of the wall. I'm like, hey, what are you? And there was nobody there. And I was like, I'll say her name, Sarah. I'm looking around. I'm walking through the kitchen. I look around to the laundry room. There's nobody there. So I go down the hallway and I knock on my sister's room and she answers the door. And she's like, "What? What do you want?" And she was like pissed at me, like typical sister shit. And I was like, "Did you not just walk down the hallway?" And she was like, "No. What are you talking about?" She's like, "I got to go to sleep." I was like, "No, like, were you not just wearing a black dress? And did you not just walk down the hallway?" She was like, "Robert, no. I've been in my room this whole time. What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Okay, like, whatever." And I went and I laid back down. Dude, that whole night, I could not sleep. I kid you not. I was up for at least almost 48 hours. I could not sleep. Um, it fucked me up. I don't know what that was. I don't know if it was my brain playing tricks on me, but I'm telling you, I seen my sister walk down the fucking hallway in a black dress. But it wasn't her because she never walked back, and I heard her making noise in the kitchen. I turned the corner. There was nobody fucking there. I got no reason to lie either. Again, I was 11, 12 years old. I'm going off of my very vague memory, which is deteriorating day by day. Now, here's another one that got me. Now, this one I remember vividly because it scared the shit out of me. This was the scariest thing that I have ever encountered. I used to hang out in my sister's room a lot, right? Which I told you was at the back of the house, in the back of the hallway. Well, when you're walking out of her room, right to your left is my grandparents' room. Then to the right was another room, and then to the left was a bathroom, and then it opens up to the living room to the left, and then the kitchen and stuff to the right. I'm in my sister's room. I just got out of the shower, and I was doing something in the living room or in the back bedroom where I used to hang out. And then I came back into my sister's room. I was in there talking to her, and the door was shut because, kids being kids. I forgot what we were talking about at the time. It doesn't even matter. So I'm talking to her, and I opened the door. And I turned to her, and I said something. I forgot what I said. I don't even know what I said. But I turned to her, I said something. And as I turned back to walk down the hallway, in the room to my left, I see the silhouette of a man, like leaning up, like literally right. See where my camera is? It's within a foot or two of me. A silhouette of a man to his side like this, and he had a pot belly and everything, and wearing like a white t-shirt, a pot belly, but no head. There was no head. It was just like the silhouette. It was dark. There was no lights on in the room. It was pitch black in there. So all I could see was the white t-shirt, and I kid you not, I ran down that hallway so fast, my feet were on fire. Like the rug, my feet were burning from running down the hallway so fast. I ran into that back room and I closed the door and I was freaking out. And I don't remember what happened, like who came to console me or whatever, but I told them what happened because they were like, "What are you doing? Why did you run across the house like that?" It was the scariest shit of my life. And then come to find out, I didn't know this, but somebody told me a story of my grandfather's dad. Like, oh, no, 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 no. I take that back. They were telling me a story of my grandfather's dad, right? I was like, okay. And then one day my grandmother was showing me pictures. And I kid you not, that body was the body that I seen. Like, he was wearing a white shirt with the pot belly. It was the same exact thing that I seen. I just could not see a face. I didn't have time to see a face. There was no silhouette, nothing. I just seen the white t-shirt, and I thought it was my grandfather at first. But then I realized that there was nobody there because you could see like the white t-shirt, but you could almost like see through it. That was the only time I've ever seen like an apparition like that. Yeah, that house creeped me the fuck out, dude. Because again, it was in the middle of nowhere, Republic, Missouri. Uh, there's been other instances too. I can't really recall, so I won't go into them. My dad, he worked at a haunted school. It was actually like it was public news that this school was haunted. Stuff happened over there all the time. I mean, one time me and him were walking through the hallways and he locked this gate. And because you have to lock up the place before you leave, he locked up this gate. We walked one way and he's like, "Oh, I forgot something." He went back and the gate was unlocked and all the way open. And he was pissed. He was like, "Is somebody in here?" Like he thought my uncle who worked with him opened it. And he's like, he was like, I don't want to say his name. He was like, Jimmy, what did you do? Like, why did you unlock? He's like, "I didn't unlock shit." And he was in the cafeteria, which is on the other side of the fucking school. This place is known for being haunted. Like my dad told me, like there's been times where one time they thought kids broke into the school, and they were in the bathroom and they heard all the faucets going on, like doors slamming and stuff. So they both like got up next to the door and they're like, ready? 1, 2, 3. And they both rushed in there to go like catch the kids. And as soon as they went in there, everything turned off. And then there'd be times like a basketball's bouncing and stuff like that. One time I do recall us turning off all the lights because I would go there because I was always intrigued. And it also freaked me out. I mean, this place gave me the fucking chills, dude. Um, we were leaving, and as we were leaving, we could see lights on like the third floor. And I was like, "Oh, Dad, he's seen it too." My dad stopped for a second, looked at it, and then kept driving. I was like, "Dad, are we gonna go back and turn them off?" He was like, "No." He's like, "It's just Casper turning the lights on." So he would say Casper. It's just, what's the point? He'll turn them right back on anyway. So, but there's a story behind this school. When my dad and my uncle took this job, they didn't believe it. My uncle was in fact trying to entice the ghost. Like, "Oh yeah, motherfucker, try some shit. Oh yeah, you want?" He'd like grab on his nuts, like, "Oh yeah, come and haunt these," and like saying shit to the ghost, like, "Fuck you, you ain't gonna do shit. You're not real." And even my dad was like, "Dude, you shouldn't be saying that shit just in case." He's like, "Oh fuck that, that's just not real." Well, I'll tell you this: after one night, my uncle never said another word about these fucking ghosts. Now, I can't tell you from his perspective. I wish I could. But from the story he told me, there was this one little area. It was like a little tiny hallway in like the basement of the school. This place was old as hell, dude. So this is like the year 2001. This building was built in like the 1800s, going into the 1900s, early 1900s. Man, I mean this place was old as shit. It's been torn down now and rebuilt. But anyways, my uncle was down there mopping as usual. He had his headphones on, and he really didn't experience much. My dad was experiencing more than he was. He was sitting there mopping with his headphones on, just kind of backing up. And he said he kind of felt like somebody was watching him. Like I've said in videos before, you kind of get that feeling like someone's looking at you. And like he looked and didn't see nothing. He keeps mopping. And he gets that feeling again. And he tried to move really fast. And as soon as he moved really fast, he seen a gray, like a grayish, not black, like a grayish figure, not like a silhouette of a man or a woman, just like a blob, just move from one room right into another, right in front of his eyes. My dad said that he was in the cafeteria. All he seen was my uncle running as fast as he could, his face as white as a ghost. He ran out of the school. He ran right through the cafeteria, out of the school, and was like, "I'm not going back in there." So they got his ass. They scared the shit out of him. Um, there's been other instances too, but I can't think of them off the top of my head at this moment. I'll share them in other videos. But now, people always ask me about where I live. This place is haunted, 100%. Now, is it like demonically haunted? Is it bad haunted? No, not at all. Do I think I'm in any harm? No, not at all. Guys, if you watch this channel for a long time now, you've noticed weird stuff happen in my videos. I'm going to make a compilation video, and I'll probably send it into, Nuke's Top 5 or Bizarre Bub. I'll send them to everybody if they want. I'll make a little compilation. I just got to find the videos because there's like 4,000 videos, and everything's been documented. The most, I would say, the most revealing one, there's two that come to mind that really were like, okay, I caught it. I was sitting here watching a video, and somebody mentioned it a couple days ago. I was watching a Harry Mack video. I had a box, I think from like Old Navy or something like that, sitting in this back corner over here by this light. Nothing else is over there. There's nothing else over there besides this light. I'd move the camera, but I don't want to disconnect anything. I'm sitting here watching the video. I'm like 18, 19 minutes in. My hands are here, dude. I can't fake shit. That's the first thing people say is like, "Oh, string, oh, this, oh, that." This box had clothing in it. It was in the corner of the room. As I'm watching the video, and I didn't know until it happened, as I'm sitting there watching the video, I hear a thud behind me, almost like someone like punched the ground. And I was like, what the fuck? And I look behind me and I'm like, what the fuck? What's the box doing here? I'm like, how did the box get to the middle of the room? And I kind of got a little freaked out. I was like, guys, like this box was in the middle. I was like, the box was in the corner of this room. How the hell did it get behind me? I was like, did this box just get thrown behind me? I was like, I can't. I was like, because my shoulder's right here, right? I was like, you guys probably won't be able to see it, but a box was just thrown behind me. I go back and I watch the video. You could see it. As I'm sitting here, all you see, and I don't know what happened. I don't know how the box. There's nothing here. There's literally nothing here. It's just it's a table, and then I got a little thing where I weigh myself, and then the box is in the corner. It's not there anymore. I moved it. Um, this thing somehow levitates, comes all the way up to like where the end of my desk is. All you do is see this. You see the box go like this, like behind my shoulder, and then just like kind of like just like get thrown or like fall off, but there's nothing to fall off of. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's just I got two monitors right here. I wish I had a camera I could show you guys. But you could see it. Just do this. That's one of the most revealing videos that I have. The other one I have, I don't know what video I was watching. I think it was a singer. I was listening to someone sing, and I was sitting here and I seen like a dark, like a gray mist kind of go across my eyes. I thought maybe my contacts went dry or something, or like glaucoma. I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I seen it again, like here and here, and I was like, the fuck is that? And then I started thinking, I'm like, oh, it's storming outside. Are the lights flickering? I was like, is my power going out? Like, what's going on? When you go back and you watch the video, you could see the gray mist move across the camera. I think twice, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I notice it at the same time that it's caught on camera. I have to find that video as well, and I will share it with you. But yeah, this place, I hear people walking up and down my hall. I won't say people, but I hear someone walking up and down my hallway all the time. When I'm sleeping, I feel like someone's standing in my doorway looking at me. Um, this room, my office, I hear all types of stuff going on in here. I hear voices. I hear stuff shuffling around. I feel like I hear somebody walking on in the attic or on the roof above me. When there's nobody on the roof, I can go outside and go look right at the escape ladder. It's locked. It's padlocked. There's nobody on the fucking roof, dude. But it's never harmed me. There's never been any issues. And the only time, like, I really never cared until one day I left to go do something, and my girl was over here. And when I'm home, I keep everything off. All the lights are off, basically, besides like my TV and my LED lights and stuff. I left and I came back, and every light was on in my place. I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on here?" Like, I'm trying to keep the electrical bill down. And I walk in and I walk past my hallway and I see my girlfriend in my bed just like this, like with the blankets. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" She was like, "I'm scared as fuck." I was like, "Why?" She was like, you know your place is haunted?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Are you joking me?" I was like, "No, it's really haunted." She was like, "Why the fuck didn't you tell me?" Like, not angry, but like, she's Latino, so she's a little fiery. She's like, "Why didn't you say something to me?" I was like, "I don't know, and it's never been an issue." And she was like, "I kid you not, like, I feel like somebody is watching me. I can't turn my back. I feel like somebody's in the doorway," which is what I just told you guys. I've always felt like somebody's in my doorway. So yeah, man, those are some crazy experiences that I've had here at my place, and then also during my childhood. But the one with my sister in the black dress walking past me, and what's weird is like she was even walking like this, like her wrists were out like this, like walking this way. It was like her wrists were outwards. It wasn't like walking normal. It was like her wrists were forward. It was the weirdest thing ever. Yeah, man. I don't know. I know this is a bit sporadic, and I'm trying to pull memories uh, out of my mind from 20 years ago, and it's so hard for me to do. Um, But yeah, those are my stories that I have with you guys. And there's no fancy camera work here. There's no crazy editing. It could probably make my video do a lot better. But I'm telling you real, raw stories and shit that really happened. I have no reason to lie, man. Um, I'm sure there'll be more to come. Guys, if you guys watch my content and you've experienced other stuff, don't hesitate to comment down below. Let me know what you have seen as well. I will go find those videos. I will chop them. I will get my editor on it so I can make a compilation video of everything that has ever happened. But I know for a fact I would say at least maybe 15, 20 videos stuff has happened. Be it voices, be it stuff moving, shadow figures, a box levitating. There's always weird stuff happening during my content. And yeah, I have to go find those videos because I started this channel 2 years ago, and in those 2 years, I made over 4,000 videos. Only 32 or 3,300 have made it to YouTube, but yeah, well over 4,000 videos have been made. I can't remember which ones they are, but I'll try to find them for you guys. But those are my stories, man. I'm cool with everything. Now you're gonna ask me, do I believe in ghosts? I believe in energy. The term ghost, I don't know. I believe in energy. I do believe something puts us here, something takes us away. I have no other explanation. I'm not really religious, even though you see me do this all the time. I'm just superstitious as fuck. It's the Catholic in me. But yeah, those are my experiences. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, you know. And if you notice too, even with all these ghost adventures and ghost hunters, you've never really seen anything like astronomical that's just gonna blow your mind. Uh, and if there is something, let me know. Please comment down below, and I would love to see it. I would love to watch it, and I would love to check it out with you guys. So don't be afraid to comment. Thank you for listening to my long ass fucking sporadic story, but it's the best I could do without taking notes and just going off of memory, guys. Every video I make, I just wing and we have a good time with it. It's like I'm just talking to, my friends too, because you guys are my friends and my family. I love you guys. Stay safe. And happy Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed. Follow me to the next one. Let me know what I have to check out. Anything scary, don't hesitate to subscribe, comment down below. Helps on my analytics. And wish me luck when I try to sleep tonight.